Hi everyone, it's your favorite nurse. Yes, you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ice Cube told us right. He gave us great advice, and we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be checking ourselves before we wreck ourselves. So let's go ahead and get started. It's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. So the topic for today is check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ice Cube said it right. We have to check ourselves. But enough about Ice Cube and checking yourself. The most important business for today is minding our own business. That is correct. We have to mind our own business. And what is our number one business? Yes, is yourself, you. You have to manage yourself. Nobody else can manage yourself better than you. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today. But before we get started, a quick background. I've been a nurse going on 2 decades. I love taking care of my patients. And most importantly, I love educating everybody that I'm able to educate. So the goal of this channel is pretty much to educate you, and also while I'm educating you, I'm also working on improving my own quality of life. So this is going to be a journey that we're all going to be taking together. But even if I'm your favorite nurse, I am not your personal nurse. So be sure to check with your healthcare provider. So first topic of today, what is the business? The business is us taking care of ourselves. Yes, nobody can take care of us better than we. So the first question is, when was the last time you checked yourself? And how often do you check yourself? How often should you also check yourself? So for the sole purposes of this video, I'm only going to be focusing on adults, which is going to be 18 and above. So according to the US Preventive Task Force, so they came together, did a lot of research, and recommended all types of things that we can all do to enhance the quality of our lives and also make sure that we are practicing preventive medicine. We always want to be proactive when it comes to our well-being. So the first recommendation was for people age 19 to 35. We should be checking our blood pressure. And our the most simple one really is your weight and your height. You should be mindful of that. And then you should check your blood pressure. And if you're a female, you should also make it an habit to always check your breast exam. I would strongly recommend you choose one day a month, preferably maybe on your birthday, that you're going to do your self exam. It's very simple. Go ahead and check. And even if you don't see anything and it doesn't make sense, it's kind of good to know. So when something is out of the ordinary, you can easily pick that up. And then for males, it's not only females that do get breast cancer. So, just kind of keep in mind that it's usually more obvious when it's a male. And then check for females at least every 3 years. You want to make sure you're doing your pap smear. Make sure vaccination is up to date, especially if you're childbearing age. Make sure your Tdap is up to date, your varicella, and your tetanus booster. So those are some of the things that we just have to keep in mind to make sure that we are checking very frequently. And for the males, please, I cannot but emphasize the importance of checking your blood pressure. And over here, they actually do recommend that you start checking it as often, like maybe age 40 or 45. But just the fact that I'm Black, I have I'm Black, and a lot of people that I know are Black. The Black population has an higher risk of hypertension. And according to to what was said, like 45% of the US adult population is going to experience some type of hypertension. And the Black community, on the other hand, has an even higher risk. So for me as a Black female, I strongly recommend that any male, Black male, at the age of 30 and above should have their blood pressure checked at least once a year. It is very, very important. And if you have a family history of hypertension, there is absolutely nothing wrong if you even start taking baby aspirins. And if you don't want to go that route, maybe you need to consider taking garlic, because a lot of study has actually shown that garlic can be a good substitute when it comes to preventing cardiovascular issues in the past, in the future. So let's go ahead and leave that there. So this is some of the preventative things. Now, between age 40 and 64, the other recommendation is, stays the same. Check your weight, check your height. And I need to also remind females that one of the things that we usually take for granted is our menstrual cycle and not keeping a close eye on it. You need to check it regularly. Well, when you need to keep a close calendar so you know when things are out of the ordinary, whether it's the cycle, whether it's the process, but when you need to pay more attention to your body. And that goes for both men and females. We need to pay attention to our body. Again, our body is our business. And today we're in the business of managing our own business. So that's going to be the focus. Now, between ages 40 to 46, the focus is, well, you still do the same thing, but they start focusing more on mammograms, and you don't have to do that as often. However, they always emphasize that if you've had any family history of any type of cancer, particularly whatever type of family cancer that's been had, those are the things you really, really need to be on top of and checking for any close family member. And at the same time, there's also colon cancer screening. And supposedly it's the number 3 cause of cancer death in the US now. And I also know the Black community has a higher risk when it comes to colon cancer. If you by any chance have a family member that has been diagnosed or previously diagnosed, please make sure that by the age of 40, you start checking yourself. That is the recommendation that was made. And then we have above age 65. The same still kind of goes. Oh, and another thing you need to be checking for your, make sure you're up to date on your pneumonia vaccine, your hepatitis A and hepatitis B. And then for 65 and above, it's pretty similar, but probably not, you don't need as much pap smear as you normally would, the younger ages would. We need to start screening for the vision and the hearing. Those are one of those big things there. And then hepatitis B and hepatitis A. All right. So I know I ran through a lot of those things, but the most important thing really is, again, checking ourselves and making it our business. We have a lot of businesses that we mind. We mind our family members, we mind our loved ones, we mind our businesses, our finances, our jobs, our careers, and those are usually well taken care of. But when it comes to ourselves, it's one of those things that it's so easy to miss. And I'm almost certain that if I ask any female that is between my age or a mother, when was the last time she actually did a breast exam, she's probably going to take some time to think about it. So again, those are simple things that we can do. Remember, just one day out of the month, preferably on your birthday, make sure you're doing your breast exam, taking a look at yourself. Just take some time and take a look at yourself. Make sure everything looks the same. And I'm gonna say weight. You can use a measuring tape and measure your waist, everything, because it's just good to be in the know. So when something is out of the ordinary, you can easily pick it up. You can easily identify it. But if you don't know, then you don't know. But also the same goes for blood pressure. Blood pressure is one of those things that you're likely gonna not have any type of symptoms. And just one day you just wake up and voila, heart attack. Is that the type of life we want to live? Is that the type of legacy we want to leave behind? I am very certain that is not the case. Some of this I will put it up there so that you can all see what is recommended. I don't want to have to read it out because it's there. But the most important thing, if you have any family history of any colon cancer, prostate cancer, cervical cancer, any kind of cancer, you really need to be more proactive. And most of the time, unfortunately, we end up being reactive, which is usually not as beneficial as being proactive. So just keep that in mind. And then for the males, especially the Black males, please and please check your blood pressure. Be mindful of it, minimize stress. If you eat a diet that, probability that will relate to a higher risk of high blood pressure, be mindful of it. I'm not going to say don't eat what you want or what you don't want, but everything is always in moderation. So I hope you find all of this very useful. And we always have to talk about our pillars. So if you're checking yourself, you're in the know, and you understand your physique and your body. And please be respectful of your body, be respectful of where you're at, because we're all at different spaces and situations wherever we are. And then when it comes to your mind, you are in the know. When you know, you're empowered. And then for the heart, which is our emotion, you have some peace knowing that you know what you know. No matter what the situation is, at least you're in the know. And when you know, you can deal with it, right? And then when you don't have any issue, it makes you even feel better. Why not? And then for the spiritual part, we are supposed to be stewards of ourselves, everything that's been given to us. This body has been given to us and we have to take care of it. Well, until next time, it's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. Thank you, and make sure you subscribe and share this video. And until next time, stay smiling and talk to you sometime soon. Bye-bye.